My boyfriend has been telling his family I'm his roommate for the past year. I found out when his mom called during dinner. Tell your roommate she makes excellent pasta sauce, she said loud enough for me to hear. We'd been living together for 18 months, sharing a bed, splitting bills, arguing about groceries. I'd met his parents 3 times at family barbecues where I was introduced as the girl who helps with rent. After he hung up, I confronted him. Roommate? Really? He wouldn't meet my eyes, suddenly fascinated by stirring the sauce I'd made. It's complicated, he mumbled. What's complicated about telling your family you have a girlfriend? That's when he looked at me, and I saw something that made my stomach drop. Shame. Not embarrassment. Shame. They wouldn't understand, he said quietly. For a year, I'd been wondering why his family was polite but distant. Why his mom never asked about my job during barbecues. Why his dad shook my hand instead of hugging me like he did his son's friends. I was the secret. That night, I checked his social media. Every photo of us was carefully cropped to look platonic. No couple selfies, no anniversary posts, no trace we were more than friends splitting expenses. The worst part was finding his dating profile, still active. Status, single. When I showed him the screenshots, he crumbled. I was going to tell them, he said, when the timing was right. The timing? I asked. We've been together for 2 years. When exactly would the timing be right? He finally admitted the truth. His family had expectations. His ex-girlfriend was a doctor from their church, approved by everyone. When they broke up, his parents made it clear they expected him to find someone similar. I was a bartender with student loans. I didn't fit their vision. So, you decided to keep me as your dirty little secret? It's not like that, he protested, but it was exactly like that. I gave him an ultimatum. Tell his family the truth by Christmas, 6 weeks away, or I was gone. Christmas Eve arrived. I waited for the phone call that would change everything. Instead, he came home alone at midnight. How did it go? I asked, though his expression already gave me the answer. I tried, he said. But when I saw how happy they were talking about setting me up with someone else, I was packing before he finished the sentence. Wait, he said, grabbing my suitcase. We can make this work. They don't have to know everything about my personal life. I stopped and looked at him. Really looked at him. This man I'd loved for 2 years, who was willing to erase me to keep his family's approval. You're right, I said. They don't need to know everything. But I do. I moved out that night. 2 months later, his mom called me by mistake. When I told her we weren't roommates anymore, she seemed confused. But you two were so good together, she said. He never brought home anyone else who fit so naturally into our family. The irony wasn't lost on me. While he was hiding our relationship, his family had grown fond of me. They'd invited me to every gathering and treated me like family. They just didn't know I wanted to be. Last week, I ran into his cousin at the grocery store. She mentioned how heartbroken he's been since his roommate moved out. He keeps talking about this girl he can't get over, she said. But he says it's complicated. Even now, he can't tell them the truth. I finally understand what I couldn't see before. It was never about his family's approval. It was about his cowardice. Some people are brave enough to fight for what they love. Others live in shadows, protecting themselves at everyone else's expense. I chose to step into the light.